citizens the chance to make their political decisions. Constant demand for quality leadership from those they voted into office.
Look at us now, there is nothing, we are starving. Tinubu should please do something.
It's also important to having a Nigeria of everyone's dream. Join 괶괜 Akínyode as it takes to task seasoned analysts, opinion makers, business professionals, and politicians on issues around politics, policies, governance, and leadership every Monday to Friday from 4 to 5:30 p.m. on your super dial mainland 98.3 FM. We'll welcome you, your mates, as we discuss the situations.
Gender equality is a human rights issue. It is about ensuring that everyone, regardless of their gender, has the same opportunities, rights, and protections. Challenging stereotypes, breaking down barriers, and creating a more inclusive society where everyone is treated with respect and dignity is a collective responsibility. Gender disparities start out small, in homes and communities, and these harmful gender norms progress and are perpetuated at the highest levels. In some countries, they become entrenched in laws and policies that violate the rights of individuals because of their gender. Discriminatory teaching practices and education materials also produce gender gaps in learning and skills development. Let us stand up for gender equality, support each other, and strive for a world where everyone can thrive and reach their full potential.
Let the poor breathe. Don't suffocate them. We have that responsibility.
A very good evening to you. Welcome to the Situation Room live on mainland 98.3 FM. There's always a smile on my face once it's 4 p.m. every single day of the week, well, working days of the week from Monday to Friday, because it gives me the opportunity to have a conversation with you, 90 straight minutes of conversation around politics, governance, leadership, accountability within the public space, and more importantly, I'll give you space to let out whatever it is you're not comfortable about, especially as regards the democracy that we're practicing in Nigeria. I would always come together every Monday to Friday from 4 to 5:30 p.m. With seasoned analysts like you heard in the promo. Today, I don't have any seasoned analyst, whether in the studio or via phone. You all will be the seasoned analyst today, because it's a town hall edition. And we get to do this 1 or 2 Fridays, especially, week where we've had a lot to talk about from Monday to Thursday. Then we'll allow you to have a conversation. Yesterday, I couldn't pick any of your calls. I was able to read just a few of your messages, and I promised I was going to go over those messages. Yesterday, we had a conversation with Mr. Miwadiem. Mr. Miwadiem is the chief political editor of Guardian newspaper, and we talked about the controversy around the toll gates. I saw some pictures, some videos earlier today, and I saw the queues on the toll as buses and vehicles and cars and trucks and trailers have to, go through the process of having to pay from 600 for cars, 800 for SUVs, 1,100 naira for trucks, and 1,600 for trailers. And it's just a whole lot. Remember, on Tuesday, Mr. Dave Umahi, on Wednesday, Mr. Dave Umahi, the Minister of Work, declared that the Abuja Makurdi highway will be towed, especially as there are words that all of the major highways, once the roads are fixed, and then they will have to return toll gates, so that there could be, money raised, generated to maintain the roads and all of that. And Mr. Miwadiem took it on a whole new level yesterday. When I watched the Minister of Works, and he was talking about the fact that, the roads are expensive to build, it will take you a lot of money to also maintain them, and then if the government would have to maintain those monies, they will have to withdraw it from other commitments, so Nigerians would have to pay for the maintenance of those particular road, especially via the toll gate. And Mr. Miwa said, no, it is not necessary. Because, hey, whether you like it or not, it looks like it's a capitalist space that we find ourselves right now. For the first time in 32 years, there's 15% increments in, tariffs at the ports. It means that if things are not properly managed, we could see some level of inflation again. So, and because each time these things come up, it bounces on the consumers, it bounces on the people. If you are introducing toll gates, it is not the drivers that will pay the toll with their money. The people would have to pay more for the cost of transportation. If it's 300, it goes to 500, because the driver will tell you, toll gates, they would have to pay for toll gates. So it's a whole lot of issues. The timing of it, the fact that there are rumors that there could be increment in electricity tariffs. The telcos have also increased their tariffs. Now the ports are also bringing in 15% into tariff clearance fees at the ports. Now there are toll gates to be introduced. It's a whole lot of issues. The timing of all of these. We're not saying we don't want development. We want development. We want good roads. But also, one of the things that Mr. Adeyemi questioned yesterday is, what is the quality of those roads? If you build a major highway and you spend billions to fix it, should we start looking at potholes in less than 2 years? Should certain part of the road start giving away in less than 3, 4, 5 years? Shouldn't we be sure that at least for the next 15 years, next 10 years, nothing is going to happen to this road? So, I don't know. A lot of Nigerians are reacting to that, and it looks like it has taken effect because vehicles that passed the Abuja Makurdi toll gates, they had to pay today, and it resulted to long queues and people spending so much time having to sort all of those toll payments and all of that. But let's see how it goes. And of course, yesterday we also look at the issue going on in Kaduna State, the successor and the predecessor of Governor Obasani and Malam Nasir El-Rufai. The back and forth, Malam Nasir El-Rufai saying he can identify his APC again. The APC joined other people to form prior to the 2015 election. They lack internal democracy. The president is not doing enough. There's just a whole lot. And it's not just Malam Nasir El-Rufai that is talking. I have a soundbite of a former federal minister, a former governor in this country, where I was talking about the fact that having the will to do something is not enough in leadership. Intentionality is the biggest card you can put on the table. You want to do this, but circumstances are not making you do it, and those things don't get done. So there's no changes. The fact that you have good intentions, I mean, it's not the same thing as bringing into reality those intentions that you think you have. Dr. Kayode Fayemi was on national TV, and then he gave those assertions in respect to the level of development of the APC administration, which he is also a part of as a party member. Remember, he aspired for the post of the presidential candidate of the party, but he stepped down at the convention in Abuja for the president, citing leadership, respect, and of course competence and experience as the reason why he's supporting President Bola Ahmed Tinubu in Abuja the last time. But he's also talking. Alhaji Atiku Abubakar is talking. The former Speaker of the Rivers State House of Assembly, the former Governor of Rivers State, two-term minister, are talking about Right Honorable Rotimi Amaechi. He's also talking. A lot of people are having their thoughts in this conversation around how the country is developing. Well, those are part of the things we talked about yesterday. We also briefly touched the issue in Lagos. It looks like the impeachment of the former speaker, Right Honorable Mudashiru Obasa, it looks like he's not dying anytime soon. There's been conversation around maybe House of Assembly members writing letter to Mr. President to apologize for the manner of the removal of Obasa. Maybe Obasa also coming back to now resign, and not go on record I was impeached. We'll keep our fingers crossed. The Governance Advisory Council are yet to give a statement, and some of the leaked charts that we had in the course of the week says that they may want to address the press when the time is right. But we reported that there was a meeting on Tuesday, and they've told the House of Assembly members to apologize to Mr. President, but the members are insisting that the status quo would have to remain. It is going to be Madam Speaker, Right Honorable Mojisola Lasbat Miranda, and nothing changes. Well, a lot of people have also come out to say that why would the Speaker and the Governor come from the same zone, the same senatorial district? What happens to the other zones that even have more members in the House of Assembly? Well, politics, you want to say. Those are the things we talked about yesterday. But we started the week on a very instructive note. I had Barrister Fred Nzako join me on the show on Monday. And then, Barrister Fred is a lawyer, is an economist, is a public affairs analyst. And then we looked at, strengthening our internal democracy from the viewpoint of the opposition ahead of the 2027 election. And what a session we had. It was deep and very thought-provoking, because you look at some of the issues that we have. The 2023 election gave us templates that we should build on. From 1999 till 2023, we've always had the PDP on one side. We've had the AD, the AC, the ACN, then the APC. But in 2023, we had a 3-horse race. We had the president from the APC, coming second, Alhaji Atiku Abubakar from the PDP. Then third, with 6.1 million votes, was the former governor of Anambra State, the candidate of the Labour Party, Mr. Gregory Peter Obi. But of course, there was Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso of the New Nigerian People's Party that also had over 1 million votes, majorly coming from Kano, Gombe, and some of the neighboring western states. But again, what had happened since after the general election of 2023? We had 3 off-cycle elections for Imo, Kogi, and Bayelsa in November 2023. What were the performance of the Labour Party and the NNPP? Those 3 states, 2 of those states went to the APC, 1 went to the PDP, which is Bayelsa. Governor Diri retained his seat. Imo State went to Governor Hope Uzodinma. He also retained his seat for his second term. And Kogi went to His Excellency Governor Ododo, taking over from White Lion Yaya Bello. Then there was also off-cycle elections in Edo and Ekiti last year. Edo and Ondo. That is September and November respectively. The APC cleared both states. The PDP, lost Edo states. They were never in the contest in Ondo State, by the way. But what happens to those states? That means the last 5 off-cycle elections that we've had since after the general election, the APC are taking 4. The PDP are taking only 1. What happened to the other political parties? Now there will be another off-cycle elections on the 25th of November 2025 in Anambra State. What is going to happen in the states? Local government elections were conducted. It's just the status quo, except of course Rivers State and Abia State. Abia State actually went to Zenith Labour Party, whereas the sitting governor is from the Labour Party. In Rivers State, the Action People's Party cleared all but one of the local governments. Meanwhile, the APC is the major opposition party in Rivers. The governor of the state is from PDP. But look at the other states, from Plateau State to Bauchi State to Kaduna to Yobe State. All of the out of the local government chairmen and the wards went to the same political party. So where do we build opposition if there's no competition at the grassroots, which is supposed to be the local government? Why should you have 32 local government and the entire 32 local government went to the same political party? Meanwhile, some of these local government have senators that are not from the party that are ruling. So you are telling me that a serving senator cannot deliver even his own local government during the election? How do you place all of this? These are issues that should worry you if you truly follow the democratic conversation about this country. Then the fact that we're not having opposition at the grassroots means that the conversation that goes to the grassroots is just one-way traffic. Nobody cares to know what the other political parties can do, because all the parties at the grassroots are from the main party at the central. So when the judgment came and then there was the absolute autonomy for the local government and a lot of people were celebrating, I kept telling people, relax. Let us see the pattern of the local government elections first. Lagos will have his election in the next couple of weeks, maybe months, and they would also like to see the pattern of that election. So the question is, if democracy is not at the grassroots, if there's no opposition, there's no competition at the grassroots, you also look at the local government, you also look at the houses of assemblies. How many houses of assembly in Nigeria do we have a vibrant opposition? How many houses of assembly do we truly have a minority leadership that is putting the majority into check? You look at the Houses of Assembly, it is the governor that also, the party at the center also controls the majority in the House of Assembly. So how do you check the excesses of the executive? How do you effectively perform your oversight function as members of the House of Assembly? How do you check the governors? How do you, go on your legislative duties when everybody sleeps in one place and focuses on one particular place? These are the issues that should worry a lot of people. If democracy must thrive in this country, the opposition must go beyond just making noise and ranting on social media. You must get involved. You must be diplomatic in your approach in terms of creating alternatives to the people. That's the question. What is the state of the opposition party in this country? Look at the PDP, for instance. There was a BOT meeting that was held last week, and then we saw how thugs kicked the door open when you had the chairman of the BOT and other party leaders in the hall. At the end of the day, two factional national secretaries emerged of the PDP. In fact, there was a joke on the floor of the Senate by the Senate President, distinguished Senator Godswill Akpabio, asking the minority leader and say, who exactly is your national public secretary? That your party has one, then the members of the party has another. Just imagine that. And that is supposed to be the major opposition party in the country. So these are the issues that we should be placing. We don't have to wait till we release election timetable. We don't have to wait till 2027 when election is by the corner, then the opposition will start making noise. These are the ways the opposition can start sending their messages down to the minds of the people. What have been the performance of the opposition party even at the by-elections that have been conducted? Elections into vacant senatorial seats, elections into vacant House of Assembly and House of Representative seats. What have been the performance of the, in quotes, the smaller parties? Everybody seems to do their own party during the day and maybe do the major party at night. I mean, in the course of the last week, the former Vice President Alhaji Atiku Abubakar came out to say that, hey, you know what? Some opposition party told me that the ruling party is giving them 50 million to cause chaos in their own party, and the opposition parties have started coming out. Please don't use umbrella to pack all of us to one side. We know that's the logo of your party, but please single out the people that told you they've been collecting 50 million from the ruling party to cause chaos. Even the Labour Party, today there's Julius Abure factor, tomorrow there's Lamidi Apapa factor, today there's the people loyal to the Peter Obi movement. Some of them are saying they're not even part of the Labour Party, they're just the obedient movement. Some of them are saying, oh, if anywhere Peter Obi goes to, we move. If Peter Obi leaves, we also leave. Atiku is talking about collaboration. He's talking about merger and acquisition. And the other political parties are also in that space. Everything just seems to be in some form of disarray with the opposition. Nobody's putting the government at the center, into check. Nobody's, checkmating some of these policies that have constantly brought untold hardship to the people of the country. These are the things that should worry every single one of us. Welcome to the Situation Room. Today, I don't have a guest. It's a town hall edition of the program.
Seems anxious and uncertain. I understand the hardship you face. I wish there were other ways, but there is not. If there were,
in our quest to bring to the table issue-based conversation around nationhood and development, we have made 4 to 5:30 p.m. Monday to Friday the perfect time to welcome you into the Situation Room as we continue to build the narrative about public service and accountability.
Mr. President, this Senate needs to know. Mr. President, this Senate needs to lend its voice to the plight of these people. Mr. President, there is nowhere I can say it except here. This is why I'm elected. If I cannot say these things on this floor, sir, I better resign and leave.
As elections give the citizens the chance to make their political decisions, constant demand for quality leadership from those they voted into office.
Look at us now, there is nothing, we are starving. Tinubu should please do something.
It's also important to having a Nigeria of everyone's dream. Join Ōkpeyèmí Akínyòdé as it takes to task seasoned analysts, opinion makers, business professionals, and politicians on issues around politics, policies, governance, and leadership every Monday to Friday from 4 to 5:30 p.m. on your super dial mainland 98.3 FM. We'll welcome you roommates as we discuss the situation.
Oh, clearly, we all have reason. We must apologize to the Nigerian people. We have not succeeded in achieving everything we promised to Nigerian people. And that's not just because we were incompetent, but because there were other structural impediments that have made things more difficult for us. But clearly, we haven't done enough to make life abundant for the Nigerian people. And for that, I clearly would not hesitate to apologize to the Nigerian people for that. We can do a lot more. Well, it may give a feel-good factor, but feel-good vibes or feelings, but that's not really what we need. We need to get our act together, all of us who consider ourselves leaders in that space, because if we don't, the risk we run is higher than the returns we're going to get. And for me, I have been extraordinarily fortunate, I must admit. I've stood on the shoulders of giants. I was brought up by the Enauros, the Hajashis, the Wole Soyinkas of this world. They were the ones who lifted me up as a young man when I started on this journey. And I have a duty, which is why my wife and I have decided to set up a man line. I have a duty to the youths of Africa to find a way to enable them to become better actors than I have been.
Let's call it
my elder brother. I think it's a misnomer to always talk about speaking truth to power. Power knows the truth, yes, because sometimes there are many mediating factors. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has done many good things. We all must acknowledge that. He's been bold to take on some of the most difficult decisions that previous leaders have been reluctant to take on. The fallout of those decisions have caused us huge cost of living crisis. And you know what I'm talking about. Fuel subsidy removal, convergence of the foreign currency. However, he is well-meaning. But well-meaning is not enough in leadership. Intentionality is critical to success, and it's done. Whether you could talk about student loan, or you talk about the several efforts around resisting insurgency, taming insecurity, tax policy reforms, increased revenue into the federal coffers. Clearly, some of those elements are there, but they need to come together. And this is where effective policy frameworks go side by side with leadership acumen in order to get a change of narrative to the story. Maybe that's the area where we need to do a lot more. Oh, clearly, we all have reason. We must apologize.
Okay, welcome back. That was Dr. Kayode Fayemi, two-time governor of Ekiti State and one-time minister for solid mineral development from 2015 to 2018. Yes, he was in charge of the Ministry of Solid Minerals Development under the administration of former President Muhammadu Buhari. In 2018, he resigned from the ministry to contest for governor of Ekiti State. Yes, where he completed his second term after being, losing to former governor Ayodele Fayose. It looks like the opposition is coming from the APC and not exactly the registered parties that are supposed to serve their roles as major opposition party. You look like the likes of Kayode Fayemi also saying that the APC had not delivered their promises to Nigerians, that if there's a need for them to apologize, they would have to apologize to Nigerians. You're also looking at Malam Nasir El-Rufai coming out to say that this was not the APC he joined to form prior to the 2015 election, that there is a clear lack of internal democracy within the APC. You've also listened to the former minister of transportation, Right Honorable Rotimi Amaechi, talking about the level of corruption within the APC. But you ask yourself, what exactly are the opposition parties saying? Is this about power tussle? I'm talking about the opposition. Well, it's interesting to know that Delta State, as we speak, don't have a PDP senator. Well, I'm sure you know that Right Honorable Sheriff Oborevori is from the PDP, but the three senators in Delta State are of the APC. That would interest you. The final, senator that was not of the APC, talking about Senator Ned Nwoko from Delta North, actually, left the PDP and joined the APC during this week. So that means Senator Ede Dafinon from Delta Central is of the APC. Senator Joel Onowakpo from Delta South is of the APC, and Senator Ned Nwoko from Delta North. 3 of the senators are now in the APC, but the governor of the state is still with the PDP. But remember, the senator representing Ondo South Senatorial District, talking about Senator Jimoh Ibrahim, in the course of the week said that a lot of PDP governors are already packing their bags and baggages to join the ruling All Progressive Congress. I mean, are we not seeing the signs already? Look at Delta, for instance. The 3 senators have left the party of the governor to switch over to the opposition party. To switch over to the main ruling party, which is the APC. So the question is this: why is it that the opposition that is supposed to come from the outside is actually coming from the inside? Members of the APC are even speaking more against the government than the members of the PDP or the members of the Labour Party. All of these are issues, that risk where we are as a people, where we are as a democracy. Because by the time we go on with the off-cycle elections this year in November for Anambra State, it is ABGA. But you never can tell what could happen in that election. There is also going to be off-cycle elections in Osun and Ekiti in 2026. Ekiti is in the stronghold of the All Progressive Congress. It looks like Governor Biodun Yebanji is doing some stuff in that state, but of course Osun State is under the PDP, and it looks like Governor Isiaka Adeleke is also doing what the people of Osun want. So you look at it, and then the chairman of the APC, talking about Alhaji Abdullahi Ganduje, has said that they are going to win as much state as they can win to prepare the grounds for the second time election of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu in 2027. So if the opposition is not doing enough, to make sure that the election we go into does not turn to maybe ratification, that there are credible alternatives going into the election, then we need to start getting worried about this our democracy, because it is clearly defined: the government of the people, for the people, and by the people. It means that the people choose who governs them. And if that right has been taken away from every single one of us, there's something should scare us. We can't go into the election with 30 states going on for the APC. We're gradually sliding into a one-party state, and it doesn't look good. This is a challenge to the opposition, not a criticism for the APC. I mean, it is politics. Everybody plays politics, and they say politics is a game of numbers. Your ability to reach out and get the numbers is what makes you a winner. However, for democracy to thrive, we must have all of the components of democracy fully functional. The pressure groups, the opposition parties, the legislative arm of government, the executive, the judiciary, everybody must be at their best game so that we can have a democracy that is thriving. And thriving means improvement in the quality of life of the people. Thriving means security for the people. Thriving means a very healthy, business-friendly environment for the people, not just thriving and creating or suggesting that 31 new states should be created. Well, the lawmakers in the course of the week had pushed for 31 new states to be created. I mean, 11.47 trillion debts being held by the 36 states and the FCT. Well, the Southwest may top with 13 states, the Northwest 12, and the Southeast 9. Well, the question is this: can the economy of the country sustain 27 state republic? Should that be a problem? Well, the president increased the budget by over 5 trillion before he left for Paris. And then the question we're asking is this: do we need more states, or we should make the ones we have functional? Let me open the phone lines and allow you to join the conversation. I've done a clear review of everything that we've done in the course of the week, beginning from Monday to Tuesday to Wednesday to Thursday, and today's Friday. So let me allow you to join the conversation. We have proposal from the National Assembly saying that 33 new states should be created. Are we ready for that? The ones we have already, they already have an internal debt profile of 11.47 trillion. So when you add 31 states to what we have, that means we're looking at a 67 state republic. Do we have the economy to sustain that? Well, maybe if it comes to pass, maybe I could get a governorship ticket of the new state that will be created out of Ondo State. I mean, that's just on a lighter mode. Well, the federal government is also swapping the 6-3-3-4 education system with a 12-4 model. So we no longer have the GSS and the SS. So there's no longer junior WAEC. It is just on the stretch. And somebody is saying, hey, this is another way of making sure that 17 and 16-year-olds don't get into the university. Well, let me allow you to join the conversation. We're also streaming live on facebook.com/mainland 98.3 FM. Also on YouTube, we're doing the same thing there. So you can join us, watch us live, and also drop your comments. 0913-600-0410. Like I said, no guests, whether online or via phone or in the studio. It's a town hall meeting, and I'm inviting you to join us. Hello, good evening.
Hey, TGIF.
Thank God it's Friday.
Yesterday you didn't have meeting call, but I understand.
The conversation yesterday was it was big. I'm with you.
Look, I want to take this from me. There is no any opposition party in Nigeria today. You know, the opposition you are talking about is inside the APC. We call it notice me. That kind of opposition you have in between the opposition party, the ruling party. Those who are not benefited, those are the sideline. They are the one that try to create awareness that I'm here. On the other political party, if their common opposition is to gain power, they will never speak to the truth. They will do everything to bring the ruling party down. The only opposition party you have is me and you. Those who are outside the political party, we are the one that can form good opposition. If you know what makes sure stamina, not I can tell you now, I'm the advocacy of recall. Any day, any time. And I'm carrying this all the grassroots. I'm going to try as much as I can. Look, we should come together to be good, to oppress the oppressed, to recall the assembly member, the House of Assembly member, rep, senator. If you know, this is the only way out for now. Forget about this political party or opposition, is to gain power. After getting power, they're going to do with it. Look, if I can, we come together, start a recall. It may be a long journey, but let's start the process. It's very easy. Call the assembly member, put them on their toes. That's the only way out. Nothing less than that. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I mean, democracy thrives when the people are involved. And the people here means you and I. The people here means we have to start asking the right questions. Let me allow you to join the conversation again. Hello, good evening.
Good evening. This is Miracle from Badagry.
Okay, that's Miracle from Badagry.
Yeah, you can see the people in the party are speaking up. You know, they are being truthful to themselves. But you notice that people that are not even in the party, the ones on the streets, will still defend this government's incapability. Is it not? I don't know. Is it not a pandemic? They say they did not gain anything. Even if they did not gain anything, they have gained from APC, even from PDP. But you that have not even seen a little thing of the government is supporting them. So I'm just happy that at least people in the APC are talking about it. And if for the opposition, we should just see that it's a state capture. Nigeria has been captured. Only a miracle can save us and bring up a very good position that will liberate the country. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. 0913-600-0410. I'm inviting you to join us on the town hall meeting in the situation. It's a Friday edition, the last for the week. And in case you're tuning in for the first time, I welcome you every Monday to Friday from 4 to 5:30 p.m. We'll always bring in seasoned analysts, people of deep knowledge to come speak to us about everything we need to know. One thing I picked from what Dr. 𝐴𝐿 said today was that he said, hey, power knows the truth. That we should stop saying people should speak truth to power. That power already knows the truth. Make do whatever you want to do with that information. Hello, good evening, Mr. Laiwola.
Hello, good evening. Yeah, good evening.
You're welcome. Ooh. I try and call back 0913-600-0410. Hello, good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
You're welcome.
I'm good. How you doing now?
I'm alright. Your name and where you calling from?
Yeah, Kenny from Stuler.
Okay.
My brother, You see, Fayemi, you know, is a repented politician now. He has repented, you know, and when you fall out of favor, you can see Erufai too. They allow people's, you know, they are for the masses now.
People's
They are now
spokespersons.
automatic, you know, they become an activist. People for us. But we understand their genes. When they use oil to up their mouth now, you see them. Look at Buala now. Look at Buala. Was in fact dangerous critics of President critics call him all sorts of names everywhere. You understand? But now, when they ask him about those things he said before,
no, he said he never had problem with the president. That he was just criticizing the party.
Okay, he was calling him George Baron. On TV station, what have you? He called him all sorts of names.
True.
But now they have all lubricated his mouth. Yeah, they have started singing like Canarina.
No, there's stable manners now. There's stable manners.
There's stable manners, you know. When there's food in your mouth, you don't talk anyhow.
Yes, so that you don't cough.
You don't cough. So, my brother, let me just go straight to the point. The issue is, the state has been captured. We are not in autopilot. Baba jacked the revenue, what's it called, the budget to 54 trillion. I went to Paris everywhere. So you can do whatever you want to. This man does not care about us. And we told them then. We told them. I know one of my brother, I don't know if I should call his name. What during the campaign, I was telling him, see, we understand these people. You know, when you are living in Lagos, you are living in a free house, you know, things like that. You don't pay bills, you don't pay anything, you talk anyhow. You understand me? You don't talk anyhow, but we are paying all these bills. You know where we don't have father's house and you know, landlord, they don't pay NEPA bill now. They don't pay toilet, they don't pay lawma, they don't pay this. You understand? So we that are paying all those things, we are paying taxes in our offices and what have you. They don't pay all these things. When we are telling them what we are passing through, they will not understand. You understand? When they give them 5,000 or 10,000, they will go gaga. You understand me? We were telling them then. But now, my brother is telling us to come together to record them. No, now. When you were appointing them, putting them, you know, campaigning for them, we were telling you, now you say I should come together and start recalling.
Thank you.
No.
Thank you.
We are not coming together.
Thank you. 0913-600-0410. We've got loads of messages to take on Facebook, so I will have to do this side by side. I'll pick a couple of calls and also go read some messages. Mr. Lakomi, good to have you on the show today.
My greatest Mr. Kwemi.
You're welcome. Present, sir.
May God bless you.
And you too. Amen.
Nigeria is not captured. We have, I used to say it, and that's the truth, but nothing but truth. This is the first time we are going to have a thoroughbred politician as a president. You know the nitty-gritty of politics, and that's what he has been doing. When the only time when I can join them in saying Nigeria has captured, if the election, people won election, people that win election, they were rigged out, and in the full glare of people that, okay, this person is the one that won this election, and it was rigged out. So let's wait to 2027 and see if the election will flow with irregularity, and see yet president winner will be declared in spite of all the fraud. But now he's using his political sagacity to be in charge of everything, to take over the National Assembly, and to use his also political sagacity to call people into a body favor to his side by putting his enemies, the so passive enemy, making them to become his friends. That's what he has been doing. So Nigeria has not been captured in any way. So for me, in my own.
So Mr. Lakom, you think this is pure politics at play?
That's just it. He has been using his sagacity. So people that are saying that they have been telling them before, they know the type of, they know his character, they know his antecedents. Who among the aspirants, the contestants, or let's say the presidential candidate, who among them didn't have antecedents? And we are only saying this because he's in power. If it is Mr. Peter Obi, we don't know what we will now be saying. It may be better, we don't know. It's only God that knows the mind of this politician.
Thank you.
Politician.
Yes, thank you very much, Mr. Lakon. I need to let you go. 09136000410. The only reason why I'm making these 2 minutes as against the 1 minute we always get during the week is because it's a town hall meeting, and we have to just touch most of the things we've talked about. So let's just stick to the 2 minute rules. Thank you. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening. It's Mr. James calling from Agbado.
Thank you, Mr. James. Good to have you today.
Okay, thank you. So, from where you started, you talk about local government elections and all of that. That is why we keep saying that the electoral act must be reformed so that people can have good elections. If in the local government level, the people are able to select or elect who will lead them. But now, the governor is the one that will pick those that will be in charge of elections. You ask yourself, how such a situation provide enabling environment for people to go out and choose who will lead them. So it becomes a huge problem. So now people are junketing from one party to other. It's like most of the senators from the data say, they ask, what is the interest of people in all of this? It's all about them, the politics of interest. And that is why the situation we find ourselves today, we say we are captured. And when you look at the situation of things, it's not like we are captured. Look at that. You made mention of pressure group. They should rise up and do something about the situation we find ourselves. Have you forgotten that some time ago, Serap office was attacked? Have you forgotten that even now the president of NLC, it was some time ago accused of one, something that if he found guilty, is going to be imprisoned and all of that. So they have made sure that they gag. This government has so much have interest in protest. But this time around, they don't want anybody to go on the street to protest or make any sign. And that is why the people say that we are captured. And when you look at that trajectory, you agree with them that Nigeria has been captured. Because the only way we can make a better and bold decision is to go all out and select or elect who we need us. But at this time around, they are the ones that will rig themselves fantastically and massively into power. There's nothing you and I can do. If you argue much, they say go to court. Before you get to court, they have already settled everything. So, this is where me and you find ourselves. But if they can do what, who will do it to reform our electoral? I do know the sense of people that want to, perpetuate.
So why will I reform? Why will I reform what will cost me my election? I understand where you're coming from.
Why will you do what will destroy your aspiration? That is the situation we find ourselves. So that is why. That is the,
Thank you.
That is why
Thank you very much. Let me pick more calls. 09136000410. I'll actually, summarize everything we've talked about on the show this week. All of the guests we've had, and also, touched the decision of the federal government to swap 6334 education system with a 12 to 4 model. So now we don't have GSS, or it's now from 1 to from 12 that you get to the university and then you try to figure out your life. It's a long way ahead. 09136000410. Keep your calls coming in. Hello, good evening. Welcome to Mainland FM.
Yes, good evening.
You're welcome.
Yeah. To my own side of view of
your name and where you're calling from.
Okay, sorry. My name is Charles from Ojo.
Okay.
From my own side of view, and the analysis you give about the politics and the happenings around the political system of the country, what's the Senate debate about adding more states? Am I on track?
I'm with you.
Yeah. Okay. Are these Senates? Don't they have important things to discuss about? For them to sit down and talk about adding more
they are making law now. Is that not part of the?
So now, are they not listening to the yearnings and the cry of the masses of this country? They now sit down. They left all the important things for them to talk about. They are talking about adding more states. Okay. Now we coming about the president and the budget and everything. Okay, we the citizens, we just have to figure a way out and find a way out on how to know about 2027 election. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. I mean, that's the message I'm looking for. Nobody's going to run election for us in this country. We'll have to find a way to make it work. We're not going to import mercenaries to come and run our democracy for us. We'll have to find a way to make it work. If you're celebrating 26 years of uninterrupted democracy, then we shouldn't just be celebrating the years. We should be celebrating good development. We should be celebrating free speech. We should be celebrating quality public infrastructure. We should be celebrating global standard healthcare delivery services here. It's not just about saying we have 26 years of democracy. If you have a child that is 26 years old and he still can't find the bearings to his life, wouldn't you be worried? You should be worried. Hello, good evening.
Hello? Hello?
Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Okay. Your name and where you joining us from?
Oh, you have Mr. Beckman on the line.
Okay.
Mr. President, I want to call before, but me, I no go school. Make I ask my other way go school. Me no be. Make you explain for me here. We have 3 arms of government, and then the 3 arms they are doing the duty of one man. So I want to know what is the meaning of capture. State they have been captured. As my other make I hear the explanation of how state has been captured.
I wish I can give you an answer to that, but I won't. It's just like saying people saying, "Oh, democracy is dead," is this and that. Nigeria is not captured. We just have a faulty way of making individuals more powerful than institutions of government, and that is why it looks like we're just at the circle, just moving around, almost like movement without motion. We are not a captured country. Super far from that. Have you seen what a captured country look like? Should I tell you to go to Southern Sudan? Should I tell you to go to Gaza? Those are countries that have been captured. Nigeria's got a democracy that we're trying to nurture. Maybe our leadership choices have not been as good as they should be. So when people say, "Oh, the worst of us are governing the best of us," I don't exactly disagree with them, but I will absolutely disagree with the fact that the country is captured. We're not captured. We're just a people that maybe our learning process is slow, or we're taking 1 step forward and 2 more steps backward. But hey, this country is going to work, and we have to make it work. Hello, good evening.
Good evening, Papa.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much. My name is Lauta. I'm calling from Sūľ. Like I always tell you, me, I'm not captured. Because like you say now, I've learned lots of few people. I learned lots from people like Pastor Ambrose and the rest. What good governance would be. I will not vote you because you are a bad man like me. And I will not vote because you are a Muslim like me. It's not possible. I know a father come and tell me because I am Muslim. It's not possible because I never see Muslim hospital. Where I will go. Or Muslim school, free. Where my children will attend. Good one. So these are the things. So it's there for people to learn more, to educate more on side voting. God bless you.
Thank you very much. It is for us to wake up and start asking the right question. Like I said, this country is not captured. We're far from it. Hello, good evening.
Good evening to you, Engineer Nee from Yaba.
Engineer Nee from Yaba. Good to have you on the show today.
We are not really captured. I'm saying it emphatically. We are not captured. And there is no sagacity anywhere. We are the one on doing ourselves. Because if we know how to run, we know how to manage ourselves during the election. Not saying that, hey, it must be my brother. Hey, it must be my religious person. Hey, it is my town. It is our region turn now. No, let us study the status quo. And then come together to vote out those people that we know that cannot rule us well. And that's what we are experiencing now. People are so sentimental about election, going to hide in the church overnight in order to come out for election because some people have told them what they want to hear. No, it's not done. We should come together, not irrespective of tribe or anything. Look, we know that we are being manipulated. Many things are being manipulated now, but we should not say, hey, this president is coming from my tribe. This president belongs to my church. This one will belong to my mosque. No, it shouldn't be. You should learn, wise up, and know how to push out those people that we know that will not listen to us when they get to government. That is what we should do. We are not captured though. We should learn, we should be wise up and know how to go about the electioneering process. And don't wait for anybody to even amend the constitution for you. The constitution we are using is know how to study it and go to election with it. If they can read, there is a limit to how much they can read. If everybody goes to election with all Nigerians from north to south, east to west, and the reality will not work. That is my submission. I'm a politician. I take you for.
Thank you.
There's a way to go.
Thank you very much. Well, how would people not rig election? When you don't come out on election day, you say your vote does not count. Who says your votes don't count? Before the 2023 election, INEC came out to say that almost 100 million people registered to vote for the election. About 10 million new voters got in for the continuous voters registration that was extended different times so that more people can register and pick up their PVCs. But what happened during the election? You are playing football on your streets. What happened during the election? You decided to go and spend time with your family. You didn't vote. So we have a situation whereby less than 30% of the potential voters actually came out to vote. So we have the president presiding over 230 million people with less than 10 million votes. Does that even make any sense? So when you don't come out to vote because you think your votes don't count, or because you think one person has been compromised or this person has been compromised, it is even easier for this compromise to be made. I mean, for these allegations to be true, because you did not come out. Most of you register for your PVC because you want to have a form of national identification, because you don't have national ID card, so you have your PVC. Most of you register because you want to boast on social media that you have PVC. I will wait for you on election day. And on that election day, you're in your house. You are praying that NEPA will give you light so that you watch film from morning to evening. Then you sit in front of your TV complaining that they've rigged the election. Did you vote? Let's ask ourselves, did you vote? Hello, good evening.
Hello, Mr. Well, good evening.
You're welcome.
How is work going there?
We're pushing through. Sure, you're fine also.
My take is on this creation of the state.
Your name and where you calling from?
Don't need that now, because the
your name and where are you calling from?
Sir?
Your name and where are you calling from?
Okay, I'm sorry about that. Babalola calling from Agogo.
Okay, let's go now.
Okay, yes, sir. So we are hearing trillions of naira every year, every month that they are sharing, and up to now we don't see the impact on it on the individual of the citizen of this country. So creating of another state, I don't see anything tangible that will come out of it. Then again, we are talking of opposition people. All of them want to be a candidate or like that. So that's the problem. So they cannot achieve it. They cannot achieve anything from opposition because they have already bastardized the whole system. So and again, they should leave our educational business the way it is.
Thank you very much. Don't forget, we'll be due for a break by 5 o'clock. Just a very short break. I'll just quickly pay some bills, and then when we come back, I will still continue to pick your calls. It is the Situation Room, live from Mainland 98.3 FM. Hello, good evening.
Hello, how are you, sir?
I'm very well. Your name and where you joining us from?
Chooks calling from Aja.
Okay, Mr. Chooks.
Yeah, I want to thank you very much, at least for having a consideration for your callers. At least for giving us a town hall today. Having known that nobody saw, people will have tried. Things that your line must have been busting so much. Really, we have analyzed most of these topics. I mean, right from increment to what increment? Increment, is it due to export? Is it due to manufacturing? Is it due to even the main stake, oil? Have we been able to meet up with the quotas this thing? So what they are saying is because of this projection they have for the custom, which has triggered the amount of duty on this container clearing, and it is still going to be passed down to us. We don't need to be asking that, but there is one person which you really align with, that what is the way forward, what is the solution. Well, now we say there is no opposition. Okay, which direction? There must be a solution.
There has to be a solution.
Just the truth of the matter. Are they looking at possible implosion within the? Because all of them have gone there now. Everybody is struggling for the national cake.
So whoever is not on the table is having the problem.
Yes, that's the issue. And another thing is, where are the people that contested with the president? I mean, during primary that time. They have not started, campaigning now. Maybe it will now remain 1 week or 2 weeks. They will now come out. And people like 괘ᴜᴜ, all of them. I mean, they cannot be emergency. Give it to the president. He has been on the forefront right from his party will make it, he will not make it, and he will still be there. So sometimes there is a way nature rewards you. So when it now rewards you, you must look back. They are not looking back. And things must not continue like this still. There must be a way 2027, either through within them or from outside. God should do. That is just it.
Thank you very much for joining us. I will have to take a very quick break. I need to pay some bills. That's why we could have a town hall meeting today, because some people have chosen to pay some bills. So we have to also replicate, what they've done by also doing the same. So we're going to take a very quick break. It is the Situation Room. It's a Friday edition, and then because I made a promise that I'm going to try and not have a guest on the show today because of how heavy and how loaded the week has been. Let us just relax. Let's review everything we've talked about. Let me also have your thoughts on the decision of the government to throw away the 6-3-3-4 education system that we've gotten used to for a 12-to-4 system. It means you run through the entire stage, your GSS, your SS, everything together, and next up is into your institution. Let's see how it goes. I'll be back very soon.
Mainland 98.3 FM. Don't touch the dial. 98.3 FM. Don't touch the dial.
You're listening to Mainland 98.3 FM. The sound of Lagos.
Dear amazing listeners, this Valentine's Day, we want to send you all our love and appreciation your way. Your support, energy, and loyalty makes every show special. We couldn't ask for a better audience. Thank you for always tuning in, engaging, and making our platform a community of love, vibes, and great conversations. Keep spreading love, keep shining, and remember, you are valued and cherished always. With love, Daisy from Mainland 98.3 FM, Lagos.
Chai, my head, oh. Oga landlord, why you dey shake like ceiling fan? My village people don't come again, oh. This one with your body hot so, you don't do test? Yes, see result, oh. Oga landlord, no be your village people, na malaria. You need Luta. Luta na better medicine wey dey knack down malaria. Oya see am, take am. Thank you, Oga Luta. I don't dey kampe. Luta, brand of Artemata and Lumefantrine, is another quality product from Hovid, marketed by Pharmatex Nigeria Limited. If symptoms persist after 3 days, see your doctor.
Everybody say thanks, Luta. Malaria's in big trouble.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is your pilot speaking. Today we have some special passengers on board. 3 Betano members are going to England to watch Aston Villa live. Congratulations, 𝐴ᴵᴇ, Yemi, Ibrahim.
Play with Betano and stand a chance to win an all-inclusive trip to the UK to watch live the big game of Aston Villa versus Tottenham. Betano, proud partner of Aston Villa. Play responsibly. Available only to those over the age of 18. The promo is valid from November 1st to February 28th, 2025.
Oga, this your engine don't kaput. After you don't make me repair. See the kind thing you talk. Oga, don't be my fault now. I sabi work. Now your engine no good. Hello, my engine.
My people, una sabi say one way to make sure say una motor and generator engine them work wella. Na to dey buy ogbonge quality petrol. That na why Dangote Refinery don't find way to refine their petrol to give us ogbonge quality straight run petrol. This na better quality petrol where you fit trust to. Time don't reach to care for na engine them. Buy better quality Dangote petrol.
Chai, my head oh. Oga landlord, why you dey shake like ceiling fan? My village people don't come again oh. This one with your body hot so, you don't do test? Yes, see result oh. Oga landlord, no be your village people oh. Na malaria, you need Luta. Luta na better medicine wey dey knack down malaria. Oya see am, take am. Thank you Oga Luta. I don't dey kampe. Luta, brand of Artemata and Lumefantrine, is another quality product from Hovid, marketed by Pharmatex Nigeria Limited. If symptoms persist after 3 days, see your doctor.
Everybody say thanks, Luta. Malaria's in big trouble.
Oga, this your engine don't kaput. After you made me spend money repairing and repairing, see what you are now saying. Oga, don't be my fault now. I sabi work. Now your engine no good. Hello, my engine.
Do you know that one way to get your engine working efficiently is by buying good quality petrol? That is why Dangote Refinery has refined its petrol to straight run clean petrol, which is quality petrol you can trust for all your engines. It's time to care about your engine. Buy high quality Dangote petrol.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is your pilot speaking. Today we have some special passengers on board. 3 Betano members are going to England to watch Aston Villa live. Congratulations, 𝐴ᴵᴇ, Yemi, Ibrahim.
Play with Betano and stand a chance to win an all-inclusive trip to the UK to watch live the big game of Aston Villa versus Tottenham. Betano, proud partner of Aston Villa. Play responsibly. Available only to those over the age of 18. The promo is valid from November 1st to February 28th, 2025.
Oga, this your engine don't kaput. After you don't make me repair. See the kind thing you talk. Oga, don't be my fault now. I sabi work. Now your engine no good. Hello, my engine.
My people, una sabi say one way to make sure say una motor and generator engine them work wella. Na to dey buy ogbonge quality petrol. That na why Dangote Refinery don't find way to refine their petrol to give us ogbonge quality straight run petrol. This na better quality petrol where you fit trust to. Time don't reach to care for na engine them. Buy better quality Dangote petrol.
Hi, Emeka.
Yemi, I learned that Betano is sending 3 football fans to England to watch the big game of Aston Villa versus Tottenham for free. Imagine us going there together. That would be amazing. Okay, bye.
What? He hung up to play.
Play with Betano and stand a chance to win an all-inclusive trip to the UK to watch live the big game of Aston Villa versus Tottenham. Betano, proud partner of Aston Villa. Play responsibly. Available only to those over the age of 18. The promo is valid from November 1st to February 28th, 2025.
Oga, this your engine don't kaput. After you made me spend money repairing and repairing, see what you are now saying. Oga, don't be my fault now. I sabi work. Now your engine no good. Hello, my engine.
Do you know that one way to get your engine working efficiently is by buying good quality petrol? That is why Dangote Refinery has refined its petrol to straight-run clean petrol, which is quality petrol you can trust for all your engines. It's time to care about your engine. Buy high-quality Dangote petrol.
Follow us on all our social media platforms on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube at Mainland 98.3 FM, on Twitter at Mainland FM. We are the sound of Lagos.
Things seem anxious and uncertain. I understand the hardship you face. I wish there were other ways, but there is not. If there were,
in our quest to bring to the table issue-based conversation around nationhood and development, we have made 4 to 5:30 p.m. Monday to Friday the perfect time to welcome you into the Situation Room as we continue to build the narrative about public service and accountability.
Mr. President, this Senate needs to know. Mr. President, this Senate needs to lend its voice to the plight of these people. Mr. President, there is nowhere I can say it except here. This is why I'm elected. If I cannot say these things on this floor, sir, I better resign and leave.
As elections give the citizens the chance to make their political decisions, constant demand for quality leadership from those they voted into office.
Look at us now, there is nothing, we are starving. Tinubu should please do something.
It's also important to having a Nigeria of everyone's dream. Join 괶𝐴ᴏɪ Akinode as it takes to task seasoned analysts, opinion makers, business professionals, and politicians on issues around politics, policies, governance, and leadership every Monday to Friday from 4 to 5:30 p.m. on your super dial. Mainland 98.3 FM will welcome you roommates as we discuss the situations.
Okay, welcome back to the Situation Room live on Mainland 98.3 FM. We're on the home stretch. In the next 20 minutes or thereabout, I should be out of the studio. But don't forget that by 5:30, there's going to be the Mainland FM Sunset News. And by 6 o'clock, I would also come back with my entire sport crew to give you sport crews. And of course, it promises to be amazing. Big FA Cup games are coming up this weekend, beginning from tomorrow. And of course, all of the major leagues in Europe are back in action this weekend. There's going to be the Madrid derby, Real Madrid versus Atletico Madrid. We'll talk about all of that, but you would have to wait till 6 o'clock. So let's get back into the Situation Room. If you're just joining us, today is like a town hall edition, and these always come up on weeks where we get really super loaded to the point that I couldn't even pick calls or read messages on certain days. Like yesterday, it was 90 straight minutes of session with Mr. Omiwa DME, and I couldn't even pick your calls or read your messages. So I promise that today I will just relax a little bit. Let's have a review of everything we've done in the course of the week, and also bring in one or two. The House Committee, remember, proposed the creation of 32 more states to make it 67. And we keep asking you, are we ready for a 67 state Nigeria? We're still struggling with 36 and the FCT that we have. Can we cope with 32 more? Do we really need more states, or we need to make the ones we have function? We've got states in America that are almost bigger than the entire Nigeria, and they are functional. They have laws that are domesticated, and the system is absolutely working. There are states in this country that you just move and bleep, you're already out of the state, and you're like, how did these ones get states? But the truth of the matter is that it's a conversation that the House Committee proposed. It is not it's not even been debated yet. It's just a proposal, and I'm sure that if it becomes a motion, it's going to generate a lot of responses on the floor of the House, and let's see how it goes. But like I said, jokingly the other time, maybe even those states, if we get Akoko State, maybe governorship will come to my side. I'm just joking. And let me have you join the conversation. 0913-600-041. And don't also forget that the federal government had decided to, drop the 6334 education system we're used to. 6 for primary 1 to 6, GSS 1 to 3, SS 1 to 3, and then your university that is supposed to be 4 years. If you're very lucky without ASU, sometimes it could be 6. But the 6334, I almost said formation. The 6334 system, is going to be replaced by a 12-4 system. That means you have basic 1 to 12 that will capture primary, secondary, and then 4 means you will go to the university. So those are the issues that we decided to look into on the show today. But like I promised yesterday, that all of the Facebook messages, I would read them, and I want to keep to my word and see how many of these messages I can still touch. Yesterday we had Mr. Miwa DME, and it was a very engaging session. I had to beg you guys that I won't be able to pick your calls or read your message. So let me start from Benjamin. He said it is unfortunate the situation we find ourselves under the present government that only interested in tax generation, from subsidy gone to electricity hike, now toll fee introduction to our roads, that we're already paying a lot of roadblocks to the uniformed men. The only thing this government is yet to tax is greeting. May the Almighty God help us as a nation. Thank you very much. Benjamin, he said that's a new twist though, because we are playing multiple toll already. Police will collect and then we'll still go and pay at the toll. Kabir Adegbenro says, good evening to you and Mr. DME. To bring back paying toll fee on our roads, we again add to the hardship the people are going through at the moment. Nigerians should come out now to stop this government imposing bad policies on us. God bless my country. Okay, more messages from yesterday. Honestly, I don't get what is happening to us in this country. What is wrong is that we've been stifled and we've been choked, and this is beyond endurance. Reintroduction of toll gates would put more pressure on Nigerians, especially in the area of transportation, which will consequently jack up prices of goods and services. Wow, no empathy at all. Kende Okwe says, Okwe Kende from Ijegun, so sad on that T-White Siga. He was the NYSC DG in Kebbi State. He moved around all states to ensure sanity on El Rufai. He should be in jail by now. He masterminded the bringing of bandits to destroy the Jonathan's administration, which is on record. On Anambra State, it's just a pity I've not heard from my man Peter will be condemning the killings in the southeast. Some people cannot question their unproductive political and traditional leaders, but they can easily condemn other people's productive and political traditional leaders. Okay. Onotoye Temitokwe says, hello Mainland FM. It may sound funny and ridiculous, but it's nothing but the real truth, which I also believe that the withdrawal of police from all political office holders, including the governors and others, would certainly and definitely find solution to the problem of insecurity in the country. Also, what do you call the added amount of money from 49 to 54 trillion in the budget, which was earlier being submitted by the president, if not budget padding? Okay, it's not padding. The president explained the reason for the budget, for the budget increment. Reverend Solomon Jason Somi says, good evening. Okwe and Mr. Miwa, I always like to listen to this program because it's always interesting and educative. Okay. Ekundayo Olatunde says, I traded a job on Ateta yesterday and I think he got it. Let me talk to Mr. Alaba.
Yeah.
Hello?
Yeah. The descendant of Akiode, I salute you, sir.
Present, sir.
Yeah, Alaba Alakpa is my name.
Good to have you join us today, Mr. Alaba.
Yeah, I'm wishing you from this beautiful place in Lagos.
Okay.
Sabo Niba in Ojo.
Okay.
Thank you. I don't know the reason why some people never see good thing in President Bola Tinubu's government. I can see the submissions of some of your callers. When are we going to get out of this? You know, some people are still trying to manage the situation, the hammer that hit them during the last election. But they don't know how to manage the situation. But anything that this man is bringing up, they have to condemn it. Why are people condemning having more states? You said it jokingly that if you have opportunity, your Akoko having another state or having a state on his own. Do you know how many jobs that will be created in that angle? Why are we not looking inward? If this man is, look, let me tell you something. We have opportunity of this man being the president, and go and check very well. He is doing his best. Assuming
Mr. Alaba, Mr. Alaba, let me hold your thought. You said we have the opportunity of him being the president. How? Yes. Is the presidency a favor for Nigerians?
No. Okay. The way this man is coming up with policies, you will see that it's something that we have been yearning for.
Okay, so because I'm sorry to hold your thought again. I just really needed to correct that. No politician should put Nigerians in a place of favor. You're not doing me a favor by being my governor. You put yourself out to govern. So I should ask you to the details what you're doing with the promise you made. Presidency is not a favor. It's a privilege for them.
I agree with that.
Okay.
But you should not forget that he's not the first president. You understand me? What I said in his favor, he's doing it that will favor us. He's not the first president. Assuming former President Goodluck Jonathan, former President Olusegun Obasanjo, and others have done the part of the thing that this man is doing, we won't have been doing like this. We need more state, please. We need it. We need it. It's going to give us a lot of this. Development is going to come down. This.
Mr. Alaba, thank you very much for the call. But I think we need to run it straight. Whatever political office you are holding, whether you're a councillor, which is the smallest unit in that hierarchy, or you're the president, listen. It's a privilege that you're where you are today. It is not because you're the best. Whether you think you know how to play politics, people know how to play politics more. If you think you got there because you have the biggest money bag, people have more money. If you think you are there because people, excuse me, don't get it twisted. However way you got into office, other people have better chance of being where you are, and they probably would even do better. So no politician whatsoever should sell the ideology of making it look like it's a favor. No, it should be the other way around. You're a public servant. I should be sending you a message. So one of the things I find the most absurd in our political setup is the fact that people come to tell us what they want to do when I'm going to pay you salary with my tax. So you are simply saying, if I employ you, you will still tell me how you want to work. It should be the other way around. I should be telling you, when you get into office, when you become a governor, these are the things you should go and do. That's why we have the legislative arm of government. There should be constant interface with our constituents. What do you want us to go and legislate? What bills do you want us to sponsor? What laws do you want us to make? Not the governors coming to tell us what they want to do. No, you should not tell me what you want to do. I should tell you what you should do when you get there. So until maybe we start changing this conversation, and when we say they have campaign rallies or they have this one, they should sit down and listen to what the people want them to go and do. Not them holding mic and after dancing, bringing in artists, then they dance. They will not gonna say, when I get there, I will build road. What if I tell you I don't want road? What if I tell you I want a primary health care center as priority? Oh, when I get there, I will build mosque. What if I told you I don't want a mosque? What if I told you I don't want a church? What if I told you I want a market? What if I told you I want a well, equipped library, community library where kids can go after school and read? Maybe we should start, changing the narrative of how we get to do things here. You go to developed country, you see people getting engaged in town hall meetings before the election. Then we carry our own town hall meeting, we take it to Chatham House in the UK. So you can't ask even the candidate question. Their entourage will be the one to answer the questions. Maybe we need to start changing how we conduct elections in this country. Why would you want to be a governor and you're telling me what you want to go and do when you get into office, and I'm going to pay you salary? I should be the one telling you that when you get into office, Mr. Governor, these are the things that we want you to do. Well, what do I know? Hello, good evening. Hello.
Hello.
Please, can you move away from your radio set, or you turn it off completely?
Okay, I've already done that. Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yes, you're welcome.
Yeah. Hello?
I'm with you. Your name or where you calling from?
My name is Prince Wise, calling you from Awodo.
Prince Wise, why is your voice now sounding like you are calling from the UK like this? You're welcome.
Thank you, Mr. Scott. You see, starting one state for me. If you say na play we believe the top up. We don't want any state right now. For me, then don't let me say we. Me, Prince Wise, I don't want any state. And if they are mistakenly create any state now, after that, I will now ask for alright, Dominion state. That is my cabbage out of for state. But as of now, we have a lot of problems. We see the reform of this government, the beginning very painful. It's paining us now. But we are looking for future that Nigeria will get better. And some people will talk of 2027, no, for me, I don't want anybody to talk about 2027 because only 2027 belongs to Almighty God. But I want Mr. Fair to perform. And if Mr. Fair to perform, if somebody says we don't have a position, we have a position. The position we have today is PDP. If APC is not to perform, APC will take over. But when you talk of the 2023, the last election, I will tell you something, Mr. Sport. Only Nigeria politicians, they don't take defeat. No matter when you go to High Court, Appeal Court, Supreme Court, you have to now stop talking any other jazz. Prepare for next election. That's how it's supposed to be. And they fail to prepare, maybe they will lose us again. Good evening to you, my dear.
Thank you very much, Prince YS, for joining the conversation today. More calls 0913-600-0410. But we've got messages here that I have to read. So that I'll be able to sleep well this night. Okay, this one says, this is Prince Samuel Ofobuisi Oji from Ajegunle Apapa, and it says, good day. My take on the issue of creating additional 31 states by the lawmaker is very funny and laughable. This is a clear indication that our lawmakers have run out of ideas and decided to play on the intelligence of Nigerians. They should focus their attention on how to balance things by creating additional one state to the southeast for equity and fairness. Instead, they are trying to create more states, which I see more as more problems. Now, wow. God bless Nigeria, and God bless you too. Prince Samuel Oji, thank you very much for dropping your message here. This one says, this is a lengthy one though, but I'll try and read through. This is Don Peters from Osaka in Japan. Good evening. Okay, I'm so happy that the professor I met in Enugu to seek his opinion on what is happening in the Nigerian political space before I left Nigeria. He's a professor of political science, and he told me that the political science we have in Nigeria have been configured in a way that any election that has been conducted in Nigeria, APC will win both in the parliament and in the state and in the local government. If there's any camp, it must be from another party to the APC. He told me that all this would never ever translate to good governance to Nigerian people. As a matter of fact, more people will go poor and poorer. Mostly they are the supporters, and the poor will mostly be the supporters of who are not in government. There will be more poor people. I'm happy that the professor told me what is playing out over there in Nigeria. Okay. He said the politicians don't build any country, only states build countries and nations, not politicians. Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Gege Joshua. Ooh, I got you really late. Prince Shola Shodeke from E4 says, what happened during the last election? What happened during the last election will still repeat itself. They will all blackmail themselves, cross carpet and rig during the election. The smarter party will carry the electoral trophy. To change the narrative, we need to move beyond complaining and join political parties to salvage this situation. No two ways about it. God bless Nigeria. Mr. Gege Joshua, good to have you on the show today. Hello? Hello? And I'm struggling to hear you. Maybe you can change your location a bit.
Okay, can you hear me?
Aha, let's get this done.
Yeah, good evening.
You're welcome.
I think it's an open mic, right?
Yes, it is.
Okay, I don't have much to say. I just want to beg Mainland FM management, please. I listened to Oga Fuad today. You know, we should care for each other. You understand? The way he was ranting, I think he deserves at least maybe a month leave. You know, just these political issues we talk about every day. You know.
Mr. Geg, I don't deserve a month leave too.
You too, you deserve it. I'm telling you, not that you are still very calm. No, this is you will not go. You will not go for now. You are still very, very calm, very, very calm. Even stage, the stage is coping. But then, Oga Fuadi is deserve at least one, at least a month. Please, I know what I'm talking about. You know, most people just call the radio. They don't care about whatever the presenter is facing. See, sincerely, go and listen to or tell Oga Fuad or the management to listen to Oga Fuad's analysis this morning. He was not analyzing at all. He was just, you know, he deserves some rest. You know, he needs some rest. That is my.
Thank you very much. I'll pass a message across. This one says, Joshua from Magboro says, I greet you all in the studio. Why are the religious bodies quiet? 2027, many of us would not vote compared to the massive turnout of 2023. Our souls have been wounded. Look at Ondo, Kogi, Edo, and Imo election. APC rigging machine is already in motion to curb INEC. That's Joshua from Magboro. Wow. Okay, this one says, no day will pass without one issue or the other. Nigeria matter don't tire me. Okay, we're pressed for time. We need to go. This is the last edition of the show for the week. Mickey Wednesday, it's been a while I spoke to you, so let me give you 30 seconds. Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Mickey Wednesday, I was about signing out, but I said let me give you 30 seconds because I've not spoken to you in a while. Apologies.
Yeah, thank you. This is Mickey Wednesday calling from Kwaja. The thing is, Sɪᴛᴜᴜ said 25% of our national budget is being wasted on the National Assembly. That is the present, based on the present number of the members now. Now you are talking of creating more states. Now senators are 109, I suppose. Then take the number of the national House of Reps. Now everything will come almost double. So meaning that every resources of this country will just go be shared among politicians, and then we'll say we're running a country. But not just to limit the time because of the audience. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. And that's about the size of the package. It's been an amazing week. But of course, you know you have to keep your dial logged only on Mainland 98.3 FM. And next up is the Sunset News. And I'll be back by 6 o'clock for Sports Cruise. And by 7, there's Voices from the Top. And by 8 o'clock, there's going to be Kokore Day. It's a super Area Friday. And it takes you deep into the night. My name is Ꞷ Akinade. This program returns on Monday, Gospel in Our Lives, by 4 p.m. But before then, I will be back by 6 o'clock for Sports Cruise. Keep your dial logged only on Mainland 98.3 FM. And have yourself a beautiful weekend and stay safe.
Follow us on all our social media platforms on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube at Mainland 98.3 FM. On Twitter at Mainland FM. We are the sound of Lagos.